in just a moment. There you go. Ignition. And liftoff of Falcon 9 booster 1080. Let's listen in. Hopefully we get some excellent audio here, thanks to that cloud layer. Normally by now I would have said vehicle is passing through max Q, but that audio was excellent. I still am hesitant to even talk.
Oh, that crackle as it continues on. And yes, max Q is when the most pressure is pushing against the vehicle.
Yeah, think of it as the vehicle's going faster and faster, but the atmosphere is getting thinner and thinner. So at a certain point, there's a peak amount of force that is going to be exerting on the structure of the vehicle. And as that atmosphere gets thinner, you can see the exhaust plume expanding.
And there you go. You can see right at sunset, that is the perfect condition for a jellyfish.
You can even see the engines gimbaling. Like you can see how the engines are tilted to affect the attitude and trajectory of the vehicle itself. That is so beautiful, along with the limb of the Earth there. There, you can look at that. Look at how much those engines just gimbaled. That was gorgeous.
And they're just about to shut off too in Miko main engine cutoff.
And
Next will be the stage separation.
Fantastic.
And finally, SES1, second engine start 1.
First stage is like, goodbye, second stage. I'm going to the Bahamas.
Yeah. I hope it brought its visa.
At least its passport.
Yeah.
All right, now is the time where if you are out there hopefully listening to us and not watching this, you should be looking up at a beautiful view if you're not clouded out and you're anywhere in that general region. Hopefully you're getting quite a show. Second stage continuing to pile on the velocity, as you can see on the bottom right there, while the first stage continues to actually ascend.
That was gorgeous plume interaction with the grid fins, and now the fairing halves floating away, which those are both previously flown, having flown 22 and 14 flights respectively.
Awesome. You can see a super zoom tracking shot of that fairing sep. That was really neat. Look at the way the ice... Look at the RCS on the frickin' first stage. That's the jellyfish effect, baby.
Oh, wow.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. By the way, Bob is also located downrange, also in the Bahamas, to get those fairings, which will come down on parachutes and also have thrusters to help steer them.
Sterling in chat says, great, more space junk. Sterling, everything you're seeing right now is going to fully re-enter or be reused. So, no space junk here. All that stuff on the left-hand side with the booster, that's ice. The booster's on a suborbital trajectory.
Yeah, and there are 2 second stages currently burning at this exact moment. You've got the one from Electron, and now you also have the Falcon 9.
Yeah, it was tricky to decide, like, how do we handle Electron? It's so close to liftoff of Falcon 9, and again, that's sort of like the business end of the count. Long this, I have not forgotten about you. We are going to thank you here in a moment, but we are still in the middle of this launch here. Booster coming up on entry burn momentarily. So gorgeous. That these views are now commonplace is just absurd.
Again, just the lighting from the setting sun with hitting the plume. This is the jellyfish, and you can kind of see why we love it, even if you can't see the ground version of it. Which, by the way, if anyone is out there and you do get a ground version of it, please send it to us on all the social media channels. We're on X, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. Absolutely love seeing it.
I don't even know what to say. Longness just did another $250 super chat.
Holy cow.
Longness, dude, what what do you even say to that? Thank you so much. We will continue with our coverage because if you're supporting us, then that means you like what we do. And we'll thank you here in a second. But look at the
shadow in that.
Yeah, that is so pretty.
Wow. Happy to be a space dork for that.
That is just gorgeous. Second stage really moving now. First stage is descending rapidly, and here comes the entry burn. You should be able to notice a single engine start, then the other two, and then those two shut down and go back to one. So it's a 1-3-1 landing burn, right, Sawyer?
Exactly, and you can see once it goes into that line there, that's when you know that all three of those engines are burning, and this goes about 20 seconds or so.
So this is supersonic retro propulsion, which is one of the coolest things you can say. They are fighting fire with fire, which is super neat.
There's the plume. You can kind of see the jellyfish there.
Excellent. I love me some ground views.
That was of the first stage entry burn, it looked like, from the point of view of the Bahamas.
Nice. Look at the grid fins. You might see some plasma build up on them here. Yeah, a little bit. Grid fins are going to help the booster steer as it gets into thicker and thicker atmosphere. You're going to be able to see them articulate.
Yes, and next up will be that landing burn where it'll just be a single engine, and we'll place it down on the drone ship. Just read the instructions. Again, located in the middle of the Bahamas for the first time ever.
Sawyer, if you could ride in a Falcon 9 interstage and be completely unharmed, and like it was completely safe, would you?
Absolutely. I mean, you don't get as great a view because you're looking up instead of down, but heck yeah.
Yeah, I don't even care about the view. I would do it blindfolded. I don't care.
It looks like you can kind of see the drone ship there, the light of it through that left grid fin.
Is that what that is? That's what that looks like that is.
It appears to be.
Wow, it's coming in hot. Here comes the landing burn. Ground views?
Wow, that is a ground view of it.
Wow.
You could see the drone ship even in the view there.
That is stunning. Okay, yeah, maybe water view. Either way. What an awesome shot. And then we cut to the drone ship. Yes.
Wow.
There you have it. B1080-17. First Falcon 9 to land in the Bahamas. And I'm sure far from the last. Meanwhile, second stage, I must remind you, is doing the actual work here, not the fun part of going to the Bahamas. Second stage continuing to pile on the velocity right before Seco, which there you have it. Second engine cut off. Hooray! That is a really exceptional thing to get to see. I hope everybody in the surrounding area was able to see a spectacular show. It certainly looked amazing from everything that we could see. That was epic.
My gosh. Yeah.
Speaking of, I do believe we will have some replays in the work here. I want to get Max and Dee's reaction as well. But before we do any of that, I have to, as promised, thank Long This for two, count them, two $250 super chats, which is, I'm at a loss for words to even express